I gotta start by saying that you guys in the Discord are fucking killing it. Like, you guys are some creative motherfuckers coming up with all these neat little pictures and shit, and I've been downloading a shitload of them, and I plan on using them in thumbnails. So if it wasn't already apparent, this is my appreciation of your guys' efforts, and the fact that I am using some of this art/cancer material you guys keep giving to me. So, there's that. Now, Fire Emblem Twitter was kind enough to give us a bit of a leak, which is pretty fun. They haven't done something like that in quite a while. I think the last one was what? Hero Fest 2? So, what it appears to be, from what most people are speculating, obviously the left one is Azura. You can't really argue with that. She's got the veil on there, which is completely unique to her. I would be absolutely blown away if it was somebody besides Azura on the left side. Pretty sure that's who it is. And on her left, I guess, on the right of the picture, is someone wearing her pendant. So who else could that possibly be but Shigure? And the only odd thing about it is that the hair doesn't really match. So stretching it, if that's not necessarily Shigure, maybe that's Kana? I don't know, that's a bit of a stretch. I don't remember what the male or female Kana's hairstyle looks like. But maybe they're taking the canonicity of Kana being Azura's child? Who knows? But if it's Shigure, or something to that effect, it could be that more child units could potentially be coming to Fire Emblem Heroes, and Lucina was kind of a special case, because she's like a child unit, but she's also extremely important to the plotline, very popular. Who knows? But this appears to also be special units, not necessarily new heroes. So these could be Halloween units, but not a heck of a lot is confirmed quite yet. We'll probably get more stuff, maybe some data mine tonight or tomorrow when we get like the update, and we'll get like a lot more information. Should be fun. Although if both Azura and Shigure are confirmed, essentially, that'll kind of put a damper on my speculation about who I thought might show up in a Halloween banner. So just in case I can't necessarily do a Halloween event speculation, and I'm gonna do this Tempest Trial run here as fast as possible. I'm just doing like a little speed run, see how quickly I can get through it. Deathless, mind you. Anyway, in case I can't necessarily do that speculation because it's too late or too much other information is already confirmed, then I'll just throw it out here right now that I thought something like Headless Horseman Hector or Scarecrow Henry would be fun. Maybe like a witch Azura or some sort of awakening character like Sumia, Witch Sumia. That could be fun. Other than that, my ideas mostly consisted of insert stereotypical Halloween costume and relevant male or female fates or awakening character here. So, not too terribly amazing, but now let's talk about fates. And of course, you gotta do the whole disclaimer because I'm sure a lot of people won't be happy with my opinions, but I want to put out that Fates is kind of a hot topic in the Fire Emblem fandom as a whole for any number of different reasons. I own both Birthright and Conquest and Revelations, but let's just get into it. After Awakening, I was like all aboard the Fire Emblem hype train. There was no stopping. Like, I was totally into it, and I was replaying Awakening over and over. Trailers released for Fates, kind of leaking some gameplay footage, and it consisted of more, like, feudal Japan-style weapons and such, and I couldn't be more excited because that was exactly something that I wanted Fire Emblem to venture into, rather than just the regular old medieval sword, lance, axe kind of stuff. I kind of wanted to see more feudal Japan kind of weapons, naginatas, you know, katanas, stuff like that. Kind of put a fresh paint over Fire Emblem, give it like a new look, a new style, and that was extremely appealing to me. But then, like, it released, and they fucking Pokemon'd it. Like, I really wanted to buy and play Fates, but the thing that immediately turned me off and just made me just drop the Fire Emblem series as a whole and just like move on to something else for a very long time was the fact that they Pokemon'd the goddamn thing. And they came out with 2 fucking versions. Hell, they technically came out with 3. 'Cause you had to buy the first and then the second, although you got a discount on the second one. And then you got the last one, which all 3 together was technically 2 whole games. But, like, at the time, knew nothing of Fates other than the trailers that I saw, didn't know about the story, gameplay, weapons, other than what they showed you in the trailers and stuff. It was just the fact that it was more expensive than usual because you had to get, like, the entire kit to get the full experience, because who the fuck would just buy, you know, part of the story? Like, just play, I don't know, Conquest, and that's it. Although a lot of people at this point recommend just doing that, which is kind of funny. But, oh man, I just did not like it at all. Just having to buy a game. It felt like I was buying the game more than once. And it just did not feel good at all. Hell, it didn't even feel good when I came back years later and actually did buy the entire thing. I still don't like it. But how mind-blowing alone is that? That I just, oh, I have to buy this, that, and that. Fuck that. I just threw my hands up and quit for a while. I ended up coming back, actually primarily because of Heroes. I actually bought the entire Fates pack because of Heroes, and I was like back into Fire Emblem as a whole. I actually replayed Awakening one more time when I started playing Heroes, because original Heroes was pretty bare bones, not too much fun. All it made me want to do was play the regular Fire Emblem. But nowadays, it's got like so many modes, so many characters, so many blah 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 blah, so much stuff to do that I'm actually dedicating a lot of time to Heroes now. So getting back into talking about Fates, this is primarily my experiences, not even necessarily opinions. Some opinions peppered here and there, but yeah, so I played Birthright. I think I'm on chapter 17, 22. It's been a while. But I guess I could. Man, this is really hard to explain, really. Really, really fucking hard to explain. I was playing through Birthright. I was doing some Heroes. You know, I just couldn't pick up Birthright again. I guess I'm bored with it. I've always been meaning to get back into Fates. I want to finish Birthright so I can move on to Conquest, so I can move on to Revelations. I even bought Shadows of Valentia, but I want to finish the things I've started. But, you know, I just couldn't, right? I just fucking couldn't. So now I'm sitting here in Birthright, like, almost done with the fucking game. I don't know how many chapters it's got. Maybe it ends at, like, 27 or something. But I can't seem to get myself to get back into playing it again. Probably also because I'm, you know, taking up most of my time doing shit with, like, Fire Emblem on YouTube, especially with Heroes. I got a lot of shit to do, and I don't like burning stamina, and I end up at max stamina often because I'm a busy guy. I do stuff. But, yeah, so that's kind of my experience with Fates so far. It's kind of funny and sad. But I guess to sum it up a little bit better, now that I think about it, my experience with Fates has been rocky, to say the least. I've never actually, like, put down a Fire Emblem game for anything before, even another Fire Emblem game. I would play whichever Fire Emblem game it was, Path of Radiance, you know, Fire Emblem for GBA, Sacred Stones, Radiant Dawn, Awakening, pretty much all the American release games. I would play them through on normal, hard, whatever, and then I would do a final run on the hardest difficulty, Lunatic. Radiant Dawn had its weird translation error, etc. And once I was completely and utterly done with the game, then I put it down. But not with Fates. Fates is a completely different experience. Maybe it's because, like, I'm getting older, I have less, like, free time, I need to, you know, focus on family, work, etc. You know, maybe it's that and just a part of getting older or something. But I don't know. Like, Fates is the roughest experience I've had with a Fire Emblem game thus far. But I am absolutely determined on eventually finishing it. I'll get to it eventually, but I just gotta, like, find my groove again, if you know what I mean. So I guess that's my experience / opinions with Fates. People have been wanting me to talk about that, because, you know, everybody wants to hear, you know, someone's opinion on the Fates games. You know, it's such an interesting topic comparatively, because it actually sold more than Awakening. So you would think it would actually be more popular in, you know, the fandom's eyes. I think the most popular one is, like, Awakening or something, heralded as the best in the series thus far. That's just me guessing. I'm not saying that's a fact or anything, but looking at sales figures, both Awakening and Fates are pretty close. They are miles beyond other Fire Emblem games. But anyway, getting back onto the speculation of these new characters, right? So it looks like it's going to be Azura. It looks like it's going to be Shigure. I'm thinking it would be most interesting that they were to take the place of units we do not have yet. Like maybe a green dancer. We don't have a green dancer yet. Azura's obviously a dancer. You couldn't possibly stick her in a game without allowing her the ability to dance. So if she's going to be in the game, I would imagine she would be another dancer, and hopefully she's a green one, because we don't have one of those yet. And Shigure, what if he was a dark flyer from Fates? What if he used a red tome? Because we don't have a red tome flyer yet, right?